Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something new from EMP EDC. Now, I do have an email, or not an email, I think it's a message on Instagram that I read briefly. I imagine all the details I'll need are in here, but if not, I'll of course edit in the appropriate information. This appears to be a new drop, whether current or upcoming. I'll provide that information here in just a moment. And as is per usual, all of the appropriate links will be down in the description so that you can check this out if you want to. Thanks to EMP EDC for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. And also, check and see if YouTube unsubscribed you. They do that sometimes. Had a bunch of people in the comments tell me. I've been kind of doing a little experiment here of reminding people and letting people know about this. And a bunch of you have told me that YouTube has unsubscribed you, which they do. I don't know if it's a glitch in their algorithm or if it is intentional, right? Who knows? But if you want to check, check and let me know. Here we go. And of course, just like I thought, there is a big piece of paper in here that's going to tell us more about this. Here we go. The Nymble XT, designed by John Rusk, based on the original multi-deployment knife, the Nymble, which is a great knife, by the way. The design that sparked the multi-deployment trend in the knife world. All right. Did it? I'll give it to you guys if that's a claim. But all right. Sleek and slicey, the Nymble XT features enhanced ergonomics, more cutting edge, man. It actually says that here. Man-sized choil. The new wavy milling texture and the vanish tab flipper are low-profile flipper tab that vanishes seamlessly into the grip area. You got me all razzled. I'm excited. Bigger, bolder, and more evolved. This is one you don't want to miss. Okay. MagnaCut 6364 or Damasteel at 61. Blade grinds compound hollow. I'm losing it. Let's open this up and see what we got here, and then we'll read more. We'll read more specs. Okay. The Nymble XT. Now, when does this drop? Made by Best Tech. It doesn't say. I'll put. There'll be information in the description. Oh goodness, yes. I do like that a lot. I like that texturing a lot. That is very cool. Wavy texturing and a nice stone wash there. So that is not what I was expecting to see. This has that glassy smoothness to it that, yes, there are Chinese companies who are capable of mimicking some of that. I'm not talking about like Benchmade and Spyderco. I think any C-tier Chinese company can clone one of those knives pretty easily. I'm talking about like the big boys. I'm talking about those guys that do the small shop, like the hyper. There's a reason that like you can't find a real one-to-one clone of like a Holt or a Koenig Arius, right? And people will claim, but you'll find out that those people have never actually handled the real thing. Like, there's a reason why you can't get a perfect one-to-one. There is a weird glassiness to certain finishes on titanium, right? If you have handled like some of the newer Striders or like Les George knives, there is kind of a glassy smoothness to the titanium that is not something that I feel quite as much in the Chinese knives. I'm not specifically referring to clones, but a lot of like the higher end Chinese stuff. The Chinese stuff is really, really good, but there's a difference there. Whether one is higher or lower quality, I'm not really specifically putting my finger on that. I'm just saying there's a little bit of a difference here. This reminds me a little bit more of some of that glassiness that I experience in a lot of the small batch American stuff. Not exactly the same thing, but really, really nice. The wavy texture is very, very good. Best Tech has always done a really great stonewashing. Look at that. Very cool. Oh, yeah. So I have handled whatever the most previous variation of this was, and I remember this being, if this is just like the next XT, or if the one that I handled was the XT, or if it was something similar. I can't remember if it was the same size or smaller, but I remember enjoying this knife a lot. For a lot of the same reasons that I enjoy, like want to talk about like all of my preferences, right? Number one, the Vanish tab is very cool. What he's talking about there is the low profile flipper, which by the way is just about perfect for light switching, but also you can't push button it because that flipper tab comes back around here. But light switching, no problem, and it does vanish underneath these areas right here that are meant to sort of shape to the index finger choke up spot in the primary index finger position. But that big choil there, very, very important. Number one, for comfort. Number two, just so that you're not like immediately running your finger up on that edge, which by the way, I'll let you guys take a look at that plunge grind there. And where is our stop pin? Internal. Fantastic. That means that there's no stop up here behind the edge. That's very good. Extended jimping. Love that. Opening hole knocked down. EMP EDC, like they do a great, whether or not they actually did start that trend, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that's actually true. I honestly just don't know. But being able to deploy this knife pretty much any way that I want and have it be so organic is something that I very much love. This is very familiar, so I feel like this is the next drop of this model, and that I have handled this model before. It's possible that this is a bigger model, and I'm just not remembering correctly, but this is very, very good. I love the titanium finish and the feel of it, and the texturing are all not, like, there's a nice little bald spot under that pocket clip too. I'm not saying that I've never experienced like quality from Bestech before. I can. This just feels like maybe this is their next step up. Really, really nice. That wavy texture is so cool, and the texturing or the grip there is absolutely meaningful. It's not slippery. That's a meaningful texture without being a cheese grater, so I like that. I feel like, that whenever I comment about clones and Chinese capabilities of imitating, American products and stuff like that, it lights up a discussion. But the truth is that there's a spectrum to it, just like with anything else. Like with American pocket knives. There are American knives that cost, $70, and they suck. They suck pterodactyl balls. Right? Maybe to the people who have only experienced that tier of knives, they don't suck pterodactyl balls. But to people who have experienced, let's say, your common United States Kershaw, they suck pterodactyl balls. Compared to something like, an Oz or a Koenig or, any number of those guys. They're brown, right? There's a whole bunch of them. It's not even a comparison. It's not even close to the same thing. So when we talk about, Chinese manufacturing capabilities, there's a spectrum, right? There's low tier clones that, again, are probably really amazing to people who have never handled the real thing. And they assume that this is a one-to-one thing, right? It's common assumption is that it's one-to-one, and that these American companies are just ripping everybody off, right? Without handling the real thing, there's no way to know that, and obviously you have to reaffirm your purchase. So, but the reality of it is that a lot of the high-quality clones, like the really high-quality clones that come as close to one-to-one and sometimes perfect one-to-one, are usually like $150 to $300. And oftentimes the ones that they're perfectly able to imitate are some of the standard production, like the mass-produced knives like Kershaw, Spyderco, ZT, Benchmade, Microtech, stuff like that. The tiers where they have trouble actually imitating, and there's two reasons. It's not because they're not capable. It's because their market dwindles. Because the processes involved, even though they are doing it in China. For example, if you were to attempt, I just recently got a Holt Outlaw. That's an incredible knife, right? And this one is a higher tier. If a Chinese company were attempting to reproduce that one-to-one, number one, they'd have a hard time machining with the exact same tolerances, getting everything exactly right. Number two, using those materials, heat treating them properly, and then polishing the blade the way that Holt does means that their prices would still be less than Holt's because they're in China and not in the United States. But the price would still be so ridiculously high, it would be hard to appeal to their target audience. Not a lot of people who are buying a lot of those clones are going to be kicking down doors to spend, over $600 or $700 on a knife like that, assuming that they can actually get it correct, which, let me tell you, would be very, very difficult. Now, this exists, but usually a market for products like that who are willing to buy Chinese products are not interested in clones. They're interested in, authorized collaborations and unique or original, semi-original designs. Everything's based on something. But That is the truth of that. That is why we don't see stuff like that. And that's why a lot of the cloners stay within the territories of what's reasonable and where their actual, audience is going to buy from. What you do with your own money is perfectly fine. And this is hardly relevant to this knife here, because this knife is not a clone. This is an authorized collaboration. I don't know why I'm using this video to talk about this. Sometimes I just do. But this is an original design by EMP EDC, and the OEM is Bestech, and Bestech has done such a good job here. The finishing on their titanium is actually feeling similar to some of those small batch American shops, right? Not exactly the same, but very, very similar. And I do love that wavy pattern there. We've gone on for 10 minutes about this, and I have inevitably lit up discussion about this in my comments, or maybe not. I have no idea. February 2026, it says first run. So maybe the one that I handled, that's this card in here, maybe the one that I handled was a prototype. I don't know. In any case, this is definitely one that you're going to want to jump on. This is a super cool knife. That's going to be it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.